Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Skull and Bones video. This time we're going to have a slightly different one. I'm going to do my impressions on the Season 1 gameplay trailer and my thoughts on it, and we're also going to be checking out the patch notes and seeing if there's anything interesting that might shake up the PvP that we have currently, which is, I mean, to be honest, is still quite colorful and flavorsome, but it would be nice to see if there's anything new coming. You can find this official video on the Ubisoft YouTube channel if you want that. And with that, let's just jump right on into it.
Prepare to clash against new rivals as tensions rise in the Indian Ocean. With fleets of resource-rich ships traversing these waters, pirates from across the world are driven into a feeding frenzy. Experience it all for free in the first season of Skull and Bones: Raging Tides.
So it looks like all the major content is going to be free for everyone who owns Skull and Bones, so that's really good news.
Face the vicious Captain Philippe Lepeste and his legendary pirate ship La Potence in the tides of terror. Incurring the wrath of local supernatural forces, he leaves the Caribbean for the Indian Ocean in search of a cure for the curse inflicted upon him and for control over the helm. Equipped with plague bombs that taint everything they touch, he and his ravenous fleet...
I wonder if I can get those plague bombs. They would be so sick to have. Maybe like a mortal with the plague effect, and then we have the Sherlock Long Nines, and then you CCing someone, and oh my gosh, okay.
Of plague bringers and plague hunters will pose a threat to your pirate empire, luring into all-out naval warfare by decapitating his captains and taking down his invading fleet.
So it sounds like his minions are going to be spawning around the waters. I guess it's similar to the rogues. Be very interesting to see how that plays out.
Leading up to an epic showdown.
Oh, I think this is already in the game, this tower. I don't know if you guys have found it before, but I've definitely been shot by it and I've been killed by it before. Just you know, poking my nose to see what all it is. I saw all this green stuff and I was like, what is this? And then the next minute I'm dying. So you can actually check this out in game now. It does have the plague effect on it, which does a ton of damage. At least to me at the time, it did a ton of damage.
With more pirates swarming the Indian Ocean for a chance at untold wealth, you'll encounter brand new world events on the trek.
Okay, so was that a new world boss? Did we just is that what this is? Okay, so it looks like the one that we have now, but red. I wonder if he's got unique sort of equipment that tied with him, like the one we have currently has that rejuvenating healing effect on it. So it'd be kind of cool to see what all maybe potentially this has.
On the treacherous seas. Because of this, mega corporations like the DMC and Compagnie Royale rush to complete high-stakes deals along the trade routes before pirates can strike. Hell-bent on defending their territory, the clan of Farah pulls together all their resources to build an...
So the Farah now has a new elite ship. It looks like the DMC and the Compagnie have maybe some more unique events tied in with them, with hopefully some really cool loot. That'll be kind of interesting.
Elite warship to protect their merchant convoys.
All right, real quick on the leaderboards. I want to know, are you guys trying to climb the leaderboards? Are you not? Like, are you actually interested in this sort of stuff? For me, I'm not super interesting because I'm a PvPer. Personally, that's just what I enjoy, and I feel like if the leaderboard doesn't represent any sort of real PvP, it's just how big your empire is, how much currency you're earning, which doesn't super interest me. But I'll be interested to know your thoughts on it and how you guys find the leaderboard.
As a pirate, your reputation is everything. Climb the ranks of the Kingpin Leaderboards to secure your place at the top and unlock exclusive higher tier weapons and equipment for an edge against your enemies. Amidst the brewing turmoil, an influential figure from the West hears of your exploits and reaches out to you with a proposal to smuggle high-value resources under the nose of megacorporations while thwarting the Pest's rise to power.
Okay, so this looks like a new NPC that you can interact with that probably has a lot of things that tie in with the Season 1 La Peste stuff. My guess is he's going to be the guy who gives you your contracts for your dailies or where you turn in stuff. So be interesting to see if he also has some unique stuff that comes with him.
Prove your worth and reap rewards as you progress across 3 unique paths simultaneously on the Smuggler Pass.
Okay, so they've got, let me see, here we go. So here looks like a lot of new cosmetics. Free, so this is all free stuff, which is really, really cool. New cosmetics and ways to look cooler, I think, is amazing. I think having unique looks across the board for people is really, really interesting. Now, I just want to see what kind of equipment potentially this might have, because hopefully it's not paid for.
And Gunner Master. Obtained from the Shipmaster, the Wailing Ward armor provides additional protection to you.
Oh, that looks cool. Look at that. It's got some sort of amber effect to it. I really like the look of that.
Crew by reducing incoming.
Okay, so yeah, it is the equipment that they come with is free, which is great news.
Damage and stamina depletion from the toxic attacks. The Quartermaster.
Okay, so I don't know if that hull is going to be useful outside of the PvE event, because I mean, the stamina stuff could be quite interesting, could be quite nice, especially on a tank, sort of like a snow ship. But the toxic, unless players can obtain the toxic effect on their weapons, and it becomes quite popular, I don't know if it's going to be super great in a PvP setting. But time will tell. I need to see the stats.
Master grants the Le Potent schematics, which reveals the weak points and boosts.
Okay, so this looks like a furniture to me, gauging from the picture. See, the previous one was a hull. This one looks like a piece of furniture. The La Peste is a brigantine, so you probably don't want to get rammed by the La Peste. It's probably going to do a lot of damage to you, but it does look cool. My guess is that means there's no new ship because it's just a brigantine.
Boost damage dealt to La Peste's fleet and his ship when you're in a group. From the Gunner Master.
Okay, so it does. You do more damage to his fleet members, and then if you're in a group, you do more damage to. Is that double? I don't know what that means. You know what I mean? Does you do more damage and then more damage, or?
You can acquire the Carronade, a powerful new weapon.
The carronades. Okay, so I used to play this game called Naval Action, and this was my favorite weapons in Naval Action. I used to play something quick, fast, and just get into the faces of my enemy, and I would use these. So it'll be really interesting how they're implemented in this game.
Weapon ideal for crushing hulls and flooding your enemy's ships.
Okay, so they have the flooding effect on them. So it'll be interesting to see. Wow, I'm not sure about you guys, but she is awfully close to having her head completely just... All right, anyway, so the flooding effect, if you don't know, it basically, you build up a bar on the target by, doing the flooding effect on them. And once that bar hits the threshold, then flood them. And if it's a player, they can repair it. So you put their repair kit on cooldown. But what will happen if you don't repair it is the maximum health will start to deplete. So a red bar will start to build up, sort of like if your ship gets sunk and you spawn at sea, you have that red bar. So that's sort of what you'll build up on the player I don't know if it's going to be that effective unless you're in some sort of really prolonged fight, or maybe you're fighting a snow. But outside of that, like if I'm fighting another brigantine, I'd rather just have something that just blows them up in really quickly, right? But be really interesting. I am going to get these, going to give them a good bloody go. So it'll be interesting to see how they all pan out.
Combine these new weapons and equipment, and you might just survive the Plague King's onslaught. And for those who dress to kill...
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm just gonna... Sorry, that just looks ridiculous. Yeah, I won't be. You won't be seeing me in that one.
To kill. You'll also earn gold on the premium pass to purchase more opulent
Okay, some of this looks cool.
From famed foreign bazaars. The Atelier
That looks really cool. That looks really cool.
Receive shipments of exotic new cosmetics regularly, which are only purchasable for a limited time. The time is now, Captain.
Oh, that just sounds so... Oh, I want it. It just sounds so sick.
Hoist your sails, load your cannons, and plunge into all-out naval mayhem as you enter the raging tides of Skull and Bones.
27th, Raging Tides. Here it comes. So I am personally pretty excited. They don't really... there's so many questions that need to be answered. And there just so many. I am hyped for it. We're going to go check out the patch notes now and see if the patch notes can answer some of the questions about what all is here. Like, I want to know if we can grab the weapons from La Peste. Like, do we have some, you know what I mean? Like, is there more stuff, right? We don't know. So let's go check it out. So I had a lot of questions watching that video. So I have the patch notes here that came out on the 26th of February. So let's find out if this can shed some light on some of the questions that I personally have, and hopefully some of the questions you guys have. If you guys want the link to the patch notes, I will be putting it in the description down below. All right, let's get into it. So the they're calling it Y1S1 Raging Tides patch notes. What's new? In Skull and Bones' first season, prepare to clash against new rivals as tensions rise in the Raging Tides. Battle of the... Okay, we know all that stuff. Let's see. Seasonal gameplay. Plaguebringers, the fleet of Pestilence Advance Guard, will spawn throughout the world. So yeah, so he's going to have his minions spawning throughout the world. Kind of like the rogues that we have now, which are really annoying. But be interesting to see these guys and how they act. Defeat them to obtain Plaguebringer Captain heads. As you sink more Plaguebringer ships, you progressively anger the fleet of the Pestilence. Past a certain hostility level, they might just send a mighty foe after you. It's up to you to sink them and collect the rare item they carry. Kingpin bounties. Starting week 2, March the 5th to the 26th, Jewels of... Wait, what is a Kingpin bounties? Jewels of Retribution, introducing Zama Haribu. And then on the 26th through to April the 16th, we have Anguish from the Abyss, Road Mangodin. Not fully sure what this is, but I'm guessing some sort of like boss stuff you gotta go do. That's my guess. So you have seasonal contracts here. 3 unique contracts: the African ailment, the pursuing plague, and the encroaching epidemic. Complete these contracts to receive the seasonal vanities for your captain and ship. 1 repeatable contract, Pest Control. Deliver 2 Plaguebringer Captain's Head to Robin Blackwood to earn silver and White Skull Gin. Interesting. The Smuggler's Pass. A mysterious messenger has arrived at the docks of St. Anne, bringing with him brand new blueprints from the foreign lands. While he won't trade those for gold, you can complete challenges to get your hands on them. The Carronades, a revolutionary lightweight cannon. The advanced design boasts power accuracy and low recoil at the expense of range. So in another game that I used to play, and I might actually highlight some of it on this channel or do a comparison, Naval Action, they actually have carronades, and carronades in that game were my favorite weapons. So it's really cool to see that they're actually introducing them here. I wonder how they're going to implement them. They were close range sort of weaponry, but they did do a lot of damage in Naval Action. So it'll be interesting to see how they play out here. I am most definitely going to be rushing to get these carronades. The Wailing Ward, engineered by Le Peste cronies, its surface is coated to be resistant to their own toxic arsenal. So this is just basically poison resistance. I don't know if it's really going to affect PvP unless you're fighting someone, unless the meta becomes poison, right? And we have some means to do it, but I guess this is just to fight the event that we have potentially and just give you guys a bit more of an edge, because the poison effect does do a ton of damage if you get hit by it. So that is something to take note of. The La Peste Schematic 1 increases damage to weak points to enemy ships by 10% and reveals weak points on the fleet of Pestilence. Okay, so this is a, I'm going to guess this is a furniture that gives you this effect. That's what I'm going to guess. This is a piece of furniture, which is very interesting. So no new ships. Update, we have the gameplay here. Legendary Heist. The heist ambushers will exhibit more threatening behaviors to players that have obtained the Helm coveted loot. Ambushers will spawn more frequently. More ambushers may spawn each time. Okay. Hostile Takeover. Increase the participation capacity of the following manufacturers during the hostile takeover opportunities. Coast of Africa. Increase the participation capacity of the following. Okay. This is I don't know, neither here nor there. I don't know if people really fully care about taking over more land for earning currency. Maybe you do. Maybe you want to be on the leaderboard. I personally don't really care about the leaderboards. It doesn't show anything more than how much you have PvE'd. In my opinion, but that's just my personal opinion. You guys do whatever you guys do best, and have fun with it. Rebalance the generation of opportunities to scale accordingly based on the number of players that have unlocked a region. Rebalance the generation of opportunities to scale according to. I don't know what this fully really means, but I guess we'll find out. If anyone has any idea, do let me know. This is obviously to do with hostile takeovers, and I'm guessing I don't know, it doesn't really give me much information. It's pretty bland in my opinion, but I'm sure we'll find out sooner or later. Ship perks. Badir adjusted the Lancer perk available on the Badir to reduce the flooding status effect damage dealt. Dev note, the Badir flooding status effect was incorrectly dealing damage against ships that were higher in ship rank. We have added a ship rank adjustment to status effects. The adjustment was made to increase fairness when in combat against PvP and PvE targets. Okay. Interesting to see how this works. Ship rank. The ship rank max cap has been increased from 11 to 12. This needed to be a thing because sometimes I felt like I was in like a rank 13 ship fighting a rank 10. Don't know about you guys, but that I think that really they should uncap it, right? In my opinion, they should uncap it. There shouldn't be a max rank. They should uncap it so that you can see how good the gear is on the person at a quick glance, right? Maybe he's rank 15 and he's got absolutely everything. You'll have no idea, okay? So that's my take on this, but it's nice to see that they're actually looking into it. Ship equipment. The gear scores of the following epic tier equipment have been adjusted. Carronade increased by 9%. Blue Spectre increased by 9%. The Darn Delel's gun increased by 18%. The Twin Winch Ballista increased by 18%. The La Fleur increased by 5%. The Wraithful Ward is 5%. And the Black Prince increased by 5%. Gear scores have been increased slightly to make ship rank 12 more accessible. Okay. Contracts. For contracts unwelcome aboard, the skirmisher spawn rate has been reduced. Interesting. World event changed. The colonial ship world event invites conditioned to infamy tier 9 cut through. Wait, what? The colonial ship world event invite condition to infamy 9 cutthroat. I don't know what the invite event was previously, but I'm guessing now you have to be rank 9 or cutthroat to get that. Captain's logbook. When performing a view in map from the contract giver, the logbook tabs are now disabled and the player can only be in the map tab. When performing a view in map from the contract giver, the logbook tabs are now disabled. Okay, interesting. Okay. I don't know if this represents to any of you guys. I never really did much of the contracts, so I guess okay. Tutorials, don't really give a monkeys about that. Goods and resources. Cooldown for using consumable items is reset after player is sunk and respawns at sea. This is nice to see. Graphics, improved resolution of various dialogue cutscenes. Fair enough. Better cutscenes. Okay. I like that. Photo mode. Players may now access photo mode through the action wheel whilst in combat. This will be really cool. Making thumbnails, absolutely, hands down, would be fantastic. Fix gameplay. Helm Wager. Dens like Telok Penjara and St. Anne will no longer be selected as a point of delivery. That is great news because people can't enter the safe zone and get shot and everyone else just gets destroyed for it. There was a video that I put out where I accidentally hit a safe zone and came out, and just as I was coming out, the player I was fighting shot me and he got insta-gibbed. So it's nice to see that they're actually changing this to add a sort of level of difficulty. I don't think that these 2 points should ever have been a delivery point, so that's pretty good to see. Cutthroat Cargo. Fix an issue where the carrier of the legendary map did not receive a notification and was not able to disembark to an outpost after running out of time. Okay, I've never ran into this, but interesting. They fix a bug with that. That's cool. Contracts. These are all just minor things. Let's look at the helm here. Ongoing. Provided a partial fix to allow some affected players that were previously unable to enter the helm office to enter. Okay, well, that would have sucked. I'm glad they fixed that. Producer's note. We recognize that this fix may not impact all affected players that are stuck at the taking the helm contract. Investigation on these issues relating to taking the helm is still ongoing. If you are still facing issues after the Season 1 patch, please contact our support team with more details. So please contact the support team. Let's get this resolved. I didn't even know this was an issue. That kind of sucks. And I hope people can get it in ASAP because the helm is a extremely important part of the endgame. So that would really suck. I really hope that none of you lot have to deal with this issue. Fix an issue where players are stuck in an infinite loading screen after they enter the helm office when asked to meet Yanita for the second time. Okay, so just more fixes. Fix an issue where the objects of... Okay, yeah. Tutorial... Goods and resources. Helm wager chest should now appear in the player's inventory when the player accepts the helm wager activity. This is nice. Just a little bit of clarity for you to know that you have it in your pockets. NBC resolved an issue where the placeholder text was present during the dialogue scene with Admiral Rama upon completion of the contract Dawn of War. Fix an issue where the dialogue scene does not play when player turns to the helm. Okay, so none of these, I don't think. Let's see. UI controls fix a control input that enable players to unlock helm upgrades without being able to see the upgrade details. Audio, accessibility, other integrated further engine. Okay, so okay, I think that was the gist of it. All of it's really up here, and those were some more minor things. So I am pretty excited for this update. It doesn't look like anything truly revolutionary for PvP. I guess the only real thing is that we have new guns to play with, and that's about it. It would be really cool if they added some sort of faction system or something. You guys let me know what your thoughts are on that. Maybe, you know, you can join various different factions and you represent them, you do their contracts, their missions, so on and so forth, and you can get some PvP encounters that way. I believe that they should add some more ways of PvP encounters. Right now, what I have to do is either go to get a legendary map or hope and pray that I get a helm wager, which I shouldn't have to hope and pray that I get a helm wager, but I have to hope and pray that I get a helm wager to try and get some PvP, or someone else does and they accept it. Let me know what you guys think of the patch notes. Are you excited? Are you disappointed? And all that good stuff. Let's get a conversation going. I really want to see what your all's thoughts are on it. And also, like I said earlier, I am going to be setting up a Discord. I think my wife might have already built it, so I'm going to set up a Discord so we can start getting some groups together, people locked in together, get some contracts for example, the ghost ship, and some of the various other bits and pieces to unlock. So help everyone unlock some of the more in-game stuff that requires multiple contracts to do. I think that will be pretty cool. That will all be in the description down below. I'm Glotch. Cheers for joining me, and I'll catch you on the next one.